Hello, internet. This is like a vlog. I feel like this is like photo booth.
I've never gone like live. Well, I've gone live on YouTube, but not directly from like my laptop. It's been weird. The entire setup, the setup that I've had to do is, it's so confusing.
Can you tell everyone about the story this morning of how you ended up in this room and how we ended up side by side?
Yeah. Your mom actually.
So I don't understand. How did my mom find you? Were you in the corridor or like?
Yeah, no, I was like sitting. So I got here. I was sitting in the lobby and I was just blasting music through my headphones.
You didn't text me. You were in the lobby.
I texted 2 minutes and then I was here in 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
My
Miscommunication. Miscommunication.
It's not a strong suit.
It is not. It hasn't been, has it?
No, not.
But that's okay. We're on the same wavelength still. Sometimes just text is just hard.
Yeah, I get that. Well, at least we're in the same time zone now. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Canada, Australia was pretty impossible.
Yeah. Canada, South Korea was pretty impossible.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Canada, South Korea was hard.
No. You know what it was? I was in Canada. You were in South Korea. Sky was in Australia.
That's 4 time zones. It's crazy.
It was so funny.
We are streaming from LA, so I'm in LA at the moment. Well,
Los Angeles.
we're both living here now, so
yeah.
So we can make this about the song and then also LA, maybe. Mm-hmm. Hey Carly, hey Diana.
No, wait. We should talk about how this happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so in June, they hit me up. I was like, "Hello, I have a song."
I slid into the DMs. No, I didn't actually.
Yes, you did.
Did I? I definitely DM'd you. I think I'm not sure what point that was. Though.
Oh yeah, no, you DM'd me. But I didn't see it until a while later.
Yeah, and she ghosted me. She ghosted me.
Yeah, I ghost everyone, obviously. That's cool. I can't say that on live.
It's okay. Hey, I think that's okay to just know that you're too cool. At least you're just admitting it to the world.
At least I'm being honest. I'm not hiding. Right. No, you emailed me. I saw your email.
Yeah. No, I think I Skyped you. I sent the demo on Skype.
No, you did. I remember because I was like, who the fuck is Skyping me?
Yeah.
I haven't used Skype since like 2014.
I hacked your computer. I got your Skype email and then I sent you the demo and then you recorded it on GarageBand because that's what you use.
Right. No, I recorded it. Thing is, I didn't record it on this phone. I recorded it on my iPhone 6.
Yeah. No, I think you recorded it on your iPod Nano, but
maybe. I mean, I wasn't there, so.
Hey, Emily. Hey, Emilia.
Hello.
What's up, Cynthia? Hey, Anna.
Also, it's a bit.
Yeah.
For clarification.
Yeah. By the way, we actually have to be careful because I know that you're probably trying to get on our wavelength, and this wavelength has been adjusting for. This has been years in the making.
I was gonna say, are we meta?
Yeah.
Better?
So I learned today what meta is. Does anyone know what meta is?
No. Wait, how do you say it?
I say meta. What do people say?
Wait, no, it's meta. But
yeah, meta. I say meta. Meta.
Oh, I thought you were saying it with like an R for a second.
No. It's the Aussie accent. Hey, Cynthia. Aussie accent. Love the video. Oh, thank you so much. So,
I'm not even reading these. I should
Anna, how is LA? So, how long have you been in LA and how's adjusting to the time zones there?
Hello. You go first.
Yeah, LA has been really good. I feel like it's been really productive so far. Like in the first few nights, I went to like Lau's show, Kid Leroy show, and it's been like pretty productive meeting people because everyone that I'm like working with, like the amazing Jess here, is in LA. So it's been really like productive just being here again. I keep using that word, but I don't know, it just comes to mind because Australia is a lot smaller. So being over here, there's so many more musicians. And the time zone, I'm like recovering from jet lag because I came from South Korea. And I don't know, for some reason that just like puffed me out. I think because it was so hectic there that like when I came here, I was already tired. What about you?
Well, I've already gotten a pretty good glimpse of LA over the past like 2 years of being back and forth.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, I'd say I'm still kind of like in a limbo state of living here, because while I am here on my visa and I'm not leaving, I don't have my spot yet because we need to get our social security numbers.
Yeah.
Which is really great. But so that's been a little bit weird adjusting, but you know what's happening right now? Okay, so every single time that I've been out here, I like stay at an Airbnb, and I told myself this time around I'm couch surfing at friends' places until I get a spot, because I don't want to be in the mindset of, well, I'm here on a trip. That's just gonna ruin it for me. But I've been having a fantastic time.
What's your favorite part about being in LA?
Okay, from
one from work and then one from like just mentally.
Okay, a couple different things about LA. First off, I think I was talking about this the other day when we met. I think LA, like all places, has its pros and cons, but the pros and cons here exist on the extreme sides of the spectrum. So the things that are really good, and the things that aren't. Thankfully, I think I've really only experienced like the better side of LA and the community here. Yeah, no, my favorite part has been finding like-minded people, and like and finding a sense of community within strangers, but not strangers at the same time. You know, that's been really cool. And I guess what's the word?
Spontaneity.
Yeah, sure, that of like the people that I've got along with in LA has been really cool. And also I think part of it is like, for me personally, I mean, this is my first time like really living alone. I think that's just been massive to my growth. And there's so many firsts out here. I feel like the older you get, the less firsts you have. First, I don't like the way that word is said. And I think being out here, you can't really get enough of them. So
yeah, it's really good for growth.
Yeah, but that's been kind of my experience with Los Angeles.
On the serious note about the story behind the song, basically I wrote like the I guess the blueprint and the first demo for Kiss Me Before You Go, about basically losing someone. For me, I think I definitely resonate with the song a lot more in terms of like someone passing away. I think I watched a movie, I'm not sure which one, but there's so many movies about dealing with that, someone passing away. And I think around that time, I'd also heard about a really tragic story of someone that I like really looked up to when I was younger, and they passed away like just in a tragic way. So I wanted to create a song that could like give comfort to people that have been through that experience. For me, fortunately, like I haven't fully had to like go through that pain in like a in that particular sense. But I think as well, like when you leave relationships or friendships, it is sort of similar. Like suddenly they're just not there, and that's like a really weird concept to like I think sometimes think of and try and understand. So that's sort of where the song came from for me. But I know for Jess, when I sent it to her, I think like you had a different like take on the song. I think it was different for you, right?
I did. And it's kind of it changed over the past couple of months. I think overall for me, it's been grieving, not wanting to grieve the loss of someone that is still alive. But kind of being forced to, and trying to. I think I wrote mine from a more of an attachment, like an unhealthy attachment to a person perspective, which is just like what I was going through at the time, and how that's evolved. And I think what's beautiful is our blend of both our perspectives to come into this one like universally like relatable song of like losing someone, whether that be physically, emotionally, mentally. Like it's a very powerful song. And I mean, I immediately resonated with it once I heard it. I didn't know what you had wrote it about, but I think that's what's great about music, because you can interpret it in your own way, apply it to your own life, and your own experiences, and connect in that way. So
totally.
That was kind of my experience with the song, and still, I mean, how I resonate with it changes from day to day, because I think it's broad enough of a concept to where it doesn't have to, like, where I don't have to experience exactly what I was experiencing when I wrote it to connect and relate with it. So yeah, I right now it's grieving the loss of someone that's still alive. Who knows? Maybe
sometimes that's harder too. Sometimes it's harder.
Yeah, maybe in a year's time it might be completely different, and I might hear the song and think of someone completely different, and that's just we'll see where it goes. But yeah, that's kind of us.
Yeah, what does everyone think of the song? Like, when you hear it, what do you take away from it? I'm always interested to hear like different perspectives on a song, because obviously we wrote it slightly different angles as well. So I'm interested for the listener, but and what you think.
Tell us everything about yourselves.
Yeah, and feel free to ask us any questions too. Like, we're going to be taking obviously questions throughout the sort of what we started doing, but feel free to ask anything that comes to mind for either Jess or I or both of us. What is the time there right now? It is 8:18 a.m. So you got to love the dedication. Jess woke up. I mean,
oh my God.
We woke up at 6:45.
We did.
Well, I did. I'm not gonna like.
No. My alarm was set for literally 6:45.
But we texted like 6:47 or something. So I'm assuming. Yeah, I get that. So Zio says, yeah, I get that, because like you're used to that person being around, and coming to terms with them not being there anymore. It's hard not seeing them. Yeah, it is. I think it's like, I don't know, for me it leads to like, I always get existential with it, because it's just such a hard concept sometimes to grapple with, like when I guess we're not always fully in control. We're never in control. And so when something's gone, like, that can be so hard to, I find, sometimes grapple with, because I'm sometimes always trying to like, hold things a little too close or a little too tight. But yeah, I think like the song, like I'm sure the song will probably like change over time for me too, in terms of how I relate to it. I mean, my best friend's dog just passed away, and it's so sad. I love that dog. So now I'm going to listen to it. It's Oki. Shout out Oki. Soldier.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I sending my thoughts out to Brandon. Shout out Brandon. What is the toughest? That's my friend, best friend.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. What is the toughest goodbye you have had to make? Ooh, on the spot.
Oh, whoa.
Do you want me to go first? What do you think?
No, I have one. It's just wording it. I have to be careful.
Yeah.
It was one that I chose to make. The last thing I wanted to do was to say goodbye to this person, because I knew, the last thing I wanted to do was say goodbye to this person, because I knew that there was no way in hell that they would, that we would like ever reconnect again, and didn't want to do that. No, this was someone that I was extremely close with for not only a year and a half, but when I was going through a really rough time mentally, and we were kind of supporting each other. But it was extremely unhealthy. And yeah, it kind of got to a point where I knew that we were both aware that we were kind of like hurting each other, and it was a matter of whoever's gonna say goodbye first or say something first. As soon as that happens, then like the relationship is just gonna like crash. But yeah, it happened, and I made that goodbye, unfortunately, over a phone call. While
that's the toughest. It's the toughest.
Yeah. It was rough, but that I had to relearn how how to exist without them. You know? And that was very difficult, but a lot of songs came out of it. So
I bet. Which songs?
My first album.
Your first album?
Yeah.
Everyone go check out the first album from Jess. What's it called?
Do You Love Me or Are You Just Lonely?
And I love the second title, like, of your latest EP too.
Who Am I When Nobody's Watching?
I love that title. That's such a good one.
Thank you.
Some good titles. Let's go. Hey, Jocelyn, what's up? Hey, Carly.
Hello.
Will we be seeing more songs from the two of you in the future? Yeah, I think potentially. I think I think you're really talented, so I'd love to work on more stuff. And make sure you stream the song too if you want more like official collabs as well. But definitely I'd love to work more.
Hell yeah.
You're strong for that though. I'm proud of you. Human instinct would be to cling to it despite it being unhealthy. Yes.
Oh,
walking away from it is hard. It's true. I watched like a video one time and
wait, no, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. What was the toughest goodbye?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Toughest goodbye. I think like a couple come to mind. I mean, like the first one that comes to mind was leaving Australia because I was leaving, my best friends and friends and family to come here. And I think that made me question, like, what am I doing this for? Like, because this is for music, like to move here. And it's a big sacrifice. And I miss them. So that was a tough one. So that's one that comes to mind. I think like one that also comes to mind is there was a time when like I had like a really close friend. And it was the type of thing where like it started off like, best friends, a really healthy like relationship, just like there for each other, and then it just turned so toxic. And I think that was around when I was like 18, 19, and knowing when to call that and like remove them from my life, that was a really tough thing because up until that point, I'd never like taken the initiative to like purposefully like remove someone from my life. I sort of just kept anyone around at that point. Whereas now I'm a lot more conscious of like the people in my life. Sometimes I can be a little too conscious and guarded, but I think it's a balance, and that's probably the toughest one that comes to mind because I think sometimes like romantically, like it can be a bit easier to like be like, oh, like this is the end point. But I don't know, just with friends, it's something blurry for me.
Yeah.
Where there is no like right or wrong. Like no one gives you a criteria and is like, okay, this box is ticked, this box is ticked. Because a friend like doesn't like can't like cheat on you or like do anything.
It's there like completely by like choice, and you don't have to do anything. There are no kind of like set rules to friendship. It is what you make it to be. And I think while I think the same can be applied for a relationship, there are more societal like rule and norms, I guess you say, for relationships. But friendships it's their own fucking thing, and
it can be blurry too. So that's one that comes to mind for me. But I mean, there are many, and I think that there'll probably be many to come because that's part of life. And I hope so, because when there's those decisions, it's always filled with a lot of growth. And I do believe like the biggest challenges become like our biggest blessings. I know for me, when I'm going through a tough time now, I was thinking about this yesterday, I like actually know that there's something good around the corner because there's better times to look forward to. Mm-hmm. So I think about that. I'm going through a really good season at the moment. I just feel really like happy, and doors have been opening. So I've been in that place. But I was just thinking yesterday, like actually, feeling like things are a bit tougher is not the worst thing, because it means there's better times ahead for you too.
Exactly. I mean, like you can't have the good without the bad.
Yeah.
You can't have the bad without the bad, or else everything would just be the same.
And to know the good, you have to go through the bad.
Oh,
otherwise it would just be like
to appreciate it.
Yeah, to appreciate it.
Yeah.
To understand it.
100%. Yeah. I've been kind of in like a similar space as you. I mean, the past The past, so with me being officially like in LA to move, it's been like a month and a half now, but I had to go back to Toronto for about 6 days to like just do some work stuff. But then
Ooh,
I
some
got
exciting stuff.
I got back a week and a half ago. It's felt like 3 weeks that I've been back here already, but I got back a week and a half ago, and it has been perfect so far.
Let's go.
You know what? Some might say a bit too good to be true, but I don't. You know
Yeah.
what? I'm experiencing it for what it is, and yeah, I've just been in a really good and healthy spot, despite the chaoticness of it.
Would you say like when you're going through a great time, like is that because of things that are happening with music, or is it like things that are happening in life? I ask that as well because sometimes for me, I'm like, it's when like my career is going well, I'm like, oh, this is great. So I'm like just thinking about. I've been thinking about that recently.
Both for me.
Yeah.
Both. I mean, I think I think I kind of view my like music and my relationships like with people kind of on the same level like of importance to me, just because I mean the community aspect of life has just always been at the forefront of my mind, and I feel that music is the easiest and best way that I can communicate that and turn the community aspect into something tangible and something that is my own. So yeah, it's really like a push and pull and balance of the two that make life to be great. And I think that's also why it's a little bit rare for me to find that, because I feel like both aspects have to be in a good place in order for me to feel like actually excited about life, which it might sound a bit depressing, but it's true.
Relationships are important
100%.
With people, you know, like having the right people around you. Relationships too, for people listening, is like I'm referring to generally because like that includes family, everything. But yeah, that's awesome to hear. What I think as well, like for me, just like the last month, because I was in South Korea and now here, I'm just trying to find the balance and grounding and like build out a life outside of like working, because it's been, you know, going to South Korea was to see the country, collaborate with artists. So that was like pretty full on. And then now I'm trying to like make sure that I'm appreciating myself as an overall human. Because sometimes I find it like too easy to just keep working. Do you find the same, or are you able to like find that balance?
I feel the same. It's not always working the same muscle, but it is a very all or nothing type of thing.
Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes.
I will either be completely in the music or I'll be completely disconnected from it, which is not something I want to do. So I mean, finding a way to balance out, and not only balance, but develop every aspect of my life. Not just as an artist, but also just like as a person growing up and moving and living alone. Has been difficult. It's yeah, but I think that's where some of the more stable aspects of my life kind of come into play and are like, okay, we can use this as support and good foundation to build upon. But yeah, that's kind of been my world.
Definitely. Yeah, I think like especially music, sometimes it's like easy to just like, because it's like such a you know, a career that I guess, you know, for me at least, I'm very passionate about. It's easy to always give to it, but that like space is important. Is this the first?
Wait, yo, it's your birthday?
Happy birthday,
What the
Jocelyn.
hell? Happy birthday, dude. That's so sick.
How old are you turning? I know birthdays are awesome because
you only get one.
Yeah, and you got to appreciate another year coming through. Did the goodbyes you did yourself free you emotionally? This year, someone said goodbye to me, and I thank her for setting both of us free.
What?
What do you think? So, you think that the goodbyes that you've done yourself have freed you? Or do you think someone has to say goodbye to you to like?
A lot of the times it's been me saying goodbye. I'm most of the time the first one saying it. I literally sing about it in the song.
In Kiss Me Before You
Yeah,
Go?
I
In the
say,
lyrics.
never been good at goodbyes, tend to push them away
Yeah.
before I get a chance to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
There you go.
That's on very healthy attachment styles, obviously. That's hilarious.
I didn't even, I like, because sometimes I just like take the full song in, but yeah, like those
Did
lyrics
you forget
obviously.
The lyrics? Did you really forget my lyrics? That's so messed up.
I don't even remember my lyrics until I like read them. I feel like it just comes through me. But anyway, we'll answer the question.
I always find it easier when I say them. I think because it gives me it gives me control.
Yeah, it's control. It's control.
It's yeah. So there's that, which
yeah,
I think everyone looks for it.
There's also can be guilt that comes to that though. I find like of saying goodbye and being like,
God.
Did I make the wrong call? Because being in control, there's those two sides. Is that it feels nice to be able to be like, okay, here, this is who's in my life. But as well, like there can almost be like a shame that comes from like, oh, did I make the right decision? Because again, like it can be so blurry. Like sometimes I think about in school, you know, like they don't teach us. There's no blueprint for like handling some of the situations that we come across after. You know, like in growing up, it's just like, when do you know like how to say goodbye to someone, or like I guess cut someone out of your life if they're toxic, you know, like how much is too toxic, all these things. So I feel like sometimes to me that is almost can be guilt, but that's just over time. I think I've just learned to free myself, because I just realized like I'm trying my best, and I literally am just living by that now. Like I'm just trying my best. And I think as a perfectionist myself, like that actually helps me a lot, because I'm like, yeah, like I don't always make the right decisions. You know, like sometimes things are great, sometimes things aren't, but just trying my best to be a good person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, my new song
16.
comes out Saturday. Oh, congratulations, Natalie. That's very exciting. Make sure you send it to me.
Happy birthday.
Bailey says, so true. Love that you're so open to talking about it. We are all trying our best. Lol. Yeah, I know. I think that this almost feels like a podcast
I'm
chat.
actually lying I haven't said anything that's true. I'm kidding.
It's so crazy to me that there's like a movement where like people like, I don't know, talking about, apparently there's this thing where people talk about mental health even if it like isn't important to them. But I don't believe in that. I think like you say how you feel. There's too much.
How can it not be important? I mean, like I understand if it's not like a primary focus of your interests or of life. It's not something you don't want to spend too much time on, but it affects everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then again, not everyone thinks about everything that affects them, so which is like fine. Like I don't think about some of the things that impact my daily life.
So some people like, I feel like when I was, you know, younger, maybe like 16 to 18, like I wouldn't have said that I struggled with any mental health things, because I wasn't aware of it at that time. And I think, I guess, you know, in that sense, everyone has their journey. Sometimes people wake up at like, I guess like 50 and go like, wow, I've got some things to work through. Just for me, it just happened to be 18, because I think being in music forced me to like know myself a lot better, and work on being comfortable with myself, because there's so many things we do that push ourselves outside of our comfort zone. So yeah, appreciate you saying that, Bailey, and hopefully this helps someone. I mean, like with the song, what do you want people to take away from it? I know for me, what I hope people will take away from it.
I think that it's supposed to hurt. I think yeah. Goodbyes are supposed to hurt, and I think it's completely normal to not feel okay in those times. And yeah. That wasn't a lot of words, but I got the entire point across of what I was
No, I
trying to
think I
say.
get you. And like to not feel okay, I think is like accepting that and embracing that. And it's what we were saying before, in the sense that, to understand when you're feeling, really good, you have to go through those times when maybe you feel unsure, maybe it hurts. And I think accepting that for me has been the biggest, I guess, thing that's helped me get through times that are uncomfortable, because it's hard to be in a place of discomfort. And I would say like those feelings of like doubt or pain are very uncomfortable. So I would say, for me, I really hope that it can comfort people that have lost someone, whether it's like physically or they're just not in your life anymore. I think that I hope it makes people reflect. Like I really just, with all my music, I'm trying to make people like sit with themselves more and I guess process their emotions. Cause I think in life sometimes it's so easy to go through and just be like, okay, damn, that just happened, but I'm just gonna keep running. But like that catches up to you. So I think like getting people to stop for a moment in this world of like constant stimulation to just um, ask themselves how they're going with everything that's happened, because everyone's story is so complex and people go through so much. So yeah, Winona says the more painful it is just proves how real it was.
Oh, exactly. Oh my god, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that whole thing of uh experiencing grief is just mourning the amount of love that you had like for that person. Um and I think that's a beautiful thing. It's sad, but it's inevitable.
Yeah.
And so I find the beauty in it if it helps. You don't have to, but if it does, then so be it.
Yeah. Drop in the chat for everyone listening. What's something that helps you, I guess, get through your tough moments? Let us know. I'm always interested to see what helps people feel more at peace and what works for them. So let us know. But
Eating
yeah, I agree.
20,000 granola bars actually helps really well.
20,000.
Yeah, but it has to be the specific.
The ones with the
granola bar.
sultanas and the chocolate.
No, it has to be like with the yogurt, strawberry yogurt base. You know,
Oh,
like where
that
half
is that
of it
goes
is
hard.
covered in.
That does go hard.
Dude, those are so good.
But I'm dairy free, so that's a
Okay,
cheat
get
meal.
a dairy-free version.
Yeah. I'll have to start. I'm gonna start my own company after this song goes really big. I'm gonna start my own company and just make strawberry yogurt granola bars.
Do it. No, because that's like the best flavor. And oh my god, do you know how much money you'd make from that? Or just like the audience that you'd reach?
Yeah,
so many people don't have access to
this is a real problem.
No, it is.
Strawberry yogurt granola bars. We need that everywhere.
Do you know how invested and passionate actual like dairy-free people would feel about this when I'm this passionate about it and I can have as many dairy products as I would like to?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a serious problem. It's something we need to address.
Look at what's
for
right
sure.
in front of you.
Yeah.
And there is a demand.
Yeah. Well, I would buy them. So, I mean, if I produce them, then that should be enough, right? If I buy them. So Winona says,
also not lying.
Music. I think at this point everyone's used to our banter. That's just part of the vibe.
Amazing.
Also venting with my brothers. Fair enough too.
Oh yeah.
Natalie says the thing that helps me is comfort foods and listening to music. Honestly, listening to your music. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to my dairy-free peeps. Yeah, let's go. Dairy-free all the way, gluten-free, 100%. Hey, Polly, how are you today? I'm waking up and I am getting my energy. I'm excited to be here with you all, and we have a new song, so that's always exciting.
No way.
That's always
crazy.
exciting.
That's
always exciting.
We made a song.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
No, because I know you're gonna do it, and so I don't go in for it. I cannot stand that. That is the worst thing to ever.
That's a bad trait.
Because yes, it is a bad trait. You're gonna get canceled in LA. You're
Oh
going
my
to get canceled by the rest of the people here. You are.
Okay. For everyone that is listening, does not know what just happened.
Okay, no, I don't even want to explain. If you want to explain,
Wait, do a handshake. Do a handshake.
No, fuck off. No, I don't want to. No, I'm not participating. Even
Okay.
if it's for
Basically, I was telling her this joke when we first caught up the other day. She went in for the handshake, and as a joke, I was like to her, "Oh, I was gonna like do a knuckles," so that it was really uncomfortable, but
it
just
is.
did it live. It is, yeah, it is really. It's
Yeah, so why would you do it?
Because it's just funny. It's just so funny.
It's just silly. Can you ask us something? No.
Yeah, so how are you? You didn't answer there. Are you excited or how are you feeling?
Oh, I didn't even know there was a question. Oh, I feel great. I feel fantastic. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
that is good. We're thriving. New song. Let's go.
I've been riding a high over the past like 5 days. Not drug related. I've just been
what is the best thing that's happened to you?
Ever. Nope.
Okay.
Not doing that. Is actually, are you asking me what's the best thing that's happened to me?
Yeah, like what's something you're grateful for that's
ever?
No, over the last 5 days, because you said you're.
Oh, yo! Oh my god. Well, it all started. Okay. What? It's all connected, and I don't know how any of this happened, but it did, because the last 4 days wouldn't have happened without the first day.
Okay, so give us the rundown. This is like a full.
No, I can't give you the full rundown because
I love Jess's stories because
no,
it ties you in.
I was telling my sister the story yesterday, and I tried to do it quickly, but you still need enough context to know like how big of a thing this is. And it took maybe like 45 minutes to tell the whole story.
Can you give us like the high level, like?
Yes. So with me currently couch surfing, going from place to place. Right now, I'm staying in Glendale, but from Friday to yesterday, I was in Studio City.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got brunch with the friend that I'm staying with the friend that I was staying with Saturday morning.
So mysterious.
Crazy. It was so funny. I went to this place called Hugo's because I hung out with David Hugo the night before. I was like, oh,
shout out David.
Shout out David. No, for real, he's a real one. No, for real, he's a real one. I don't think I've ever said that out loud. Good for me.
I'll tell him tonight.
Amazing. And so I go to this brunch spot, and about 5 minutes after I sit down, I hear my name being called. Turns out my friends were sitting like 2 tables away.
Yeah.
And it was one of their. They recognized me, and it was one of their like birthdays, and then that spiraled into that day. I later went to like their house, and we all played board games for a birthday party, and then I met a cool artist there, and then they were like,
"You got in the studio."
Yeah, he was like, I've got 2.5 hours before like this dinner. Let's go like make a song, and we had a lot of mutual friends, but had never really met each other, and that just spiraled into the next 3 days working on this song that I absolutely love, and becoming really close with
the artist you worked with.
Yeah.
That's sick.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was perfect. Sunday morning, dude, I woke up Sunday morning, and my face muscles hurt because I had been smiling so much.
I remember you said that. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
That's rare too. It's a rare thing.
It was rare.
But it feels so good to have those cheek muscles working.
It was amazing. And I love music. But I'm really grateful for my friend for letting me stay at his spot, because none of that would have happened without.
So huge shout out. Couch surfing. It's a big thing.
Huge shout out Andy Nadomi. This is his hoodie. I ordered the same one, and he was like, I'm not wearing hoodies because it's hot as hell in LA. You can keep it until mine gets there. So
there you go. It's comfy. It looks comfy.
Thank you.
Got them ripped jeans.
They're not jeans.
What are they? Cargo?
Yeah.
Cargo.
Sorry, my bad. I don't like that. It like
No, you don't like it because it lingers after. We didn't say anything. We just
Because-
let it hang.
because it messes with my senses because I need to process what's happening.
Yeah, okay. I knuckles.
No, I don't want to do that. No.
No, I'm not gonna bait. I'm not gonna knuckles.
Jesus.
So yeah, one thing I'm grateful for is this song coming out and being here with you all and being in LA too. So that's 3 things actually. And then a fourth one.
Short, quick, and easy. Nice.
Fourth one is randomly a song I worked on for when I was in a group I was in. Just started going viral on TikTok, and so that was really random. That happened last night. I was just in the spa, and then just got added to a huge list on Spotify. So that's cool too. So
Hell yeah.
blessings, new doors opening. When are you coming back to Australia? I might be coming back.
Never. Sorry.
Nah, I might be coming back in October potentially for Mental Health Awareness Month. So there's something that we're working on with Really Mental, my podcast. So make sure you go check that out too. We have amazing artists like Jess. Maybe Jess will be open to being on the podcast sometime.
I hate podcasts.
Because your voice lives forever
Because my
on a
voice.
podcast. Like it will stay around, or because you do lots of lives.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's not that?
I don't mind doing podcasts. I'd love to.
Okay, cool.
I'd love to be part of it. I was just being a dick.
I'm still getting used to the Canadian sarcasm, but I think
It's not
I
Canadian.
think
No. Don't attribute my hilarious
sense of
personality.
humor.
Yeah, to my
all of-
Canadianness
yeah.
or my niceness to my Canadianness. No, it is me.
True. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I've noted that. I'm going to
Thank
note
you.
that for next
Thank
time.
you.
But I think it's because there's less sarcasm here in America. Like in Australia, we have
Maybe.
tons.
I don't
Anyway,
know. I don't know.
sorry, to get back, I think I might be coming back in October for something. So definitely watch out for that because I think it could be a really cool thing that we're working on. And yeah, it'll be really mental. So other than that, though, I'm not sure when I'll be back at this point. Probably for some shows in the future. Yeah. I definitely we want to work with some organizations, and in October we'll be with one potentially. So that'd be very cool. I love talking about mental health, as you know. Anyway, everyone, we have to go. It's been so good speaking with you all. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you love the song. Make sure you go check out Kiss Me Before You Go with myself and Jess Benko, and check out her amazing music too.
Thank you. And the rest of Will's. And watch the lyric video, which you just
Yes,
did.
watch the lyric
But watch
video
it again.
and just and
There are 7 hidden clues in it.
yes, it's a bit like a treasure map. We just we hid so many clues in there. So
Yeah. And once you find them, you will figure out what it is. Also, don't do that unless you want to. There are no 7 clues. That is just a way to get you to watch the video. You know how people say like, oh,
did you just clickbait them?
Yes. There are 10 differences between these 2 photos, and they're the exact same, but people stay looking at the photo for forever.
Yeah,
that's exactly
what I do.
Right now.
I look at the photo for ages. Just get baited.
Yeah, but because you're just gullible and not. I'm gonna. Sorry.
I love our energy. We're on a different wavelength. We're meta. No, I'm just playing. Thank you everyone for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the song. Let us know what you think. And make sure you take the time for yourself this week to remind yourself that you're doing great and keep trying your best. You are. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Talk soon.
Love you.
Lots of love.